Oh, yeah, excellent stuff. All right then, let's try and get it again. Can we have a little introduction for this piece, please?
Absolutely. This is, again, it's Zach Fortnite from EOS, and this is Soapbox of Better Days.
Nice.
I'm sick and tired of the Earth's position. Corporations run the world and marginalize opposition. Blind slaves punch the clock without ever giving it a second thought. I'm trying to find the source without death or remorse. You see, salvation lives inside, but we all seem to turn a blind eye. We'd rather settle for less than spread our wings and fly. We all make mistakes down the road of life, certainly. Just know, I never took that shit personally. My heart hurts knowing that we stopped the river of love from flowing deep into the existence of our souls unknown, yearning the affection of whom we give our blessings, not knowing that love is the answer and never the exception. I pray for better days when it's not about getting paid, pimping hoes and chopping blades, but I take solace in knowing that all these things will fade away. I feel like I said too much, but stand up and stop not giving a fuck. You better fight for your rights and what's rightfully yours before they take what you got and run out your back door. But I got something I want to convey, something I've been wanting to say. Pick yourself up off the ground, or that's where you'll forever stay. Change the situation, practice your infatuation. If you need some inspiration, look into meditation. You'll find that's what you'll need and you'll put down the medication. That goes for me too. I ain't never been better than you. We all got issues and addictions. Doesn't matter the prescription. Doesn't matter the prescription. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the prescription. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the prescription.
We're back from that deep track, Soapbox of Better Days, and we're still here with Zach and David in the background from Elements of Style. So we've got a couple more questions from our lovely people in the chat box. The first of which is your favourite film soundtracks.
I have one that comes to mind because I watched this movie. Oh, it's still my favorite movie, but Pulp Fiction.
Just what because a choice.
It's got, oh man, it's just got so many selections, or so many genres. You know, it's got the classics. And it's a brilliant movie as well. So I'm a big Tarantino guy. So man. That Pulp Fiction soundtrack definitely, and then David may want to add to that.
My favorite is I have two. The Good and the Bad and the Ugly is my all-time favorite, but I also really love Escape from New York.
Excellent
Escape
choice.
from New York is, yeah, thank you.
Thank God they didn't say Frozen. Someone's going to say it once, and I'm going to just end the interview there. Off button.
The reason you mentioned that, that'd be funny. I just had a baby in November, man. So that's just you say Frozen soundtrack. I'm almost there, brother.
I hear it. Next one now. Always a testy one, especially when it comes to hip hop. But any music or anything planned with a less colourful language.
Some of the new stuff, I would say there is less. But it's just at the time of this record, it's just where I was, in my life, and some things, and they may disagree, but in my experiences, some things need a 4-letter word to describe them, especially with some of the turmoil at the time that the record was written, politically, and wars going on and terrorism and stuff. It's just, I don't know. It just kind of put me in a ill mood. But after having this baby, like I just mentioned, man, it's bringing me into a more motivated, uplifting. Now, I'm not going to say there's not going to be any customers, but I'm going to dial it back. I'm going to dial it back. I'm a dad now. I got to think about the legacy I'm going to leave behind.
I like it. I agree. Sometimes you need a 4-letter word. It's just annoying that a lot of these platforms would bleep that out, but not us. We would never bleep any fuck cunt or anything like that. It'd be rude to, I think. I think it'd be rude to bleep those words out. Right, the next track that I've got queued up from you, I have to say, I don't know, I presume you mean the same tequila-based beverage that we drink over here in the UK.
You talking about Desperados?
Of course I'm talking about Desperados!
I honestly, listen, man, I had no idea that was a drink in the UK.
But the lyrics are, you actually say Desperados drinking from the bottle?
Yeah,
right.
Like a desperado, physically drinking.
Right, exactly. That's more along the lines of, I could understand how you could interpret it that. That's what's so beautiful about music, is that it could mean something totally different to you than it does to me, and that's a beautiful thing, But what I meant is, it's kind of done, and if you listen to the music, more of a Wild West kind of me kind of battling some of my demons, and I think if you can pick up the lyrics, I think you'll understand better what I'm talking about. But it's just kind of that lifestyle where, riding solo and kind of being out here in some treacherous situations, and you got to put your demons down to rest sometimes, and that's what it's about.
See, I like that. My connotation was literally the kind of night after you have drinking Desperados, because it is a very messy drink. Tequila and beer. What kind of genius decided to put tequila in beer, ramp up the percentage, and let it out onto the world?
Exactly.
England's binge drinking problem at its best.
Hey,
but let's see,
our brother. We have it.
you need to find. I might have to send you over some Desperados just so you can experience this.
I'd love it. Sure. We'll try it, man. Hell yeah. We'll put it on IG or something. We'll send it to you.
I'm not sure about to talk about
it. Yeah.
Sweet, awesome. A crate of Desperados heading your way if I can get it past American customs. Yes, okay. You can have some Desperados too, Kat. She just swore at me. God.
Oh Lord.
Middle fingers up inside the studio here. It's never good. Personally, I've heard this is one of your more played tracks as well on various platforms. So why do you think this specifically has become quite so popular?
I'm not sure why, but from day one, I used to ask people, just curiosity, which one is your favorite? And almost everyone said this track. It didn't matter if they were family members or strangers. This is always everyone's favorite. So.
Well, and I always I felt like it's high energy too, and people like high energy songs, especially when we play it live. My stage performance, I really want to get the crowd involved, so I really kind of pumped this song up. But I think probably the just the way the format is set up, and you've got more classic. There's a classic guitar riff on this. There's all kinds of. There's some digital sounds too, so it's really again an eclectic blend, and maybe that's what it is, But my brother, this is his favorite song on the record. So. But yeah, man, those are my only guesses. It's probably just the way it's put together, and maybe the message. Who knows?
Well, let's go for it anyway. I'm going to introduce one for once. I'll do my job as a DJ and say this is actually possibly. Oh, see, this and Off the Top. I like the freeness of Off the Top, but this because I've had a few messy nights drinking Desperados, it's relatable to me. In the wrong way, in the way that it wasn't written, but it's relatable to me. I like it. This is Desperados from Elements of Style. We're going to be back with Zach and David in a little bit, and we'll get them to introduce the single off the album, Passing Glance. But for now, tell us what you think of this one.
Riding into town on a pale white horse. Upon him set death, he don't feel remorse. He's come to collect, even if by force. Pay what you owe, it's just par for the course. But way too late to beg for forgiveness. Done so much dirt, I'm at the top of his shit list. Coming for me and it really means business. He's tasted blood, this motherfucker's relentless. Grab my six-shooter, my trusted steed. At the end of the day, it's either him or me. Yeah, we crossed paths at 3:30. Fired on some rounds, there was blood in the street. Nothing nice, left him cold as ice. I dropped to my knees and I called out Christ. Said a small prayer, readjusted my sight. Lightning flashed across the sky, the moon was red that night. Ha! Desperado, drinking out the bottle. Wild West lifestyle, murder is the motto. Desperado, drinking out the bottle. Wild West lifestyle, murder is the motto. Desperado, many try to follow. Few will ever make it, never see tomorrow. Desperado, drinking out the bottle. Wild West lifestyle, murder is the motto. Shit kickers in an old cold pistol. Dusty hammer still fire off missile. Chew 'em up, spit 'em out like gristle. You can wear bands that don't make you official, but don't shoot, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Put me in the room, pump me full of medicine. Tell me lies, treat me like a simian. I'll spend the rest of my days converting lesbians. Welcome to the dark side, I'm your father. Desperado and the Ken Skywalker. Lock your wife up, hide your daughter. Coming off the top rope like Sergeant Slaughter. When they finally caught me, I saw the gallows. For the longest time they chased my shadow. I fought the good fight, lost the battle. They never looked me in my eyes, I had them rattled. Desperado, drinking out the bottle. Wild West lifestyle, murder is the motto. Desperado, drinking out the bottle. Wild West lifestyle, murder is the motto. Desperado, many try to follow. Few will ever make it, never see tomorrow. Desperado, drinking out the bottle. Wild West lifestyle, murder is the motto. Let's go.
You're listening to XRP Radio. I've got a song in either hand. We've got Desperados and Off the Top. One of them's my favourite. I'll decide one day, but yeah, quality. Desperados, drink 'em from the bottle. Quite literally taken in the UK to drinking tequila-based beer, because whoever invented that was an absolute genius. Still here with Zach and David from Elements of Style. And I thought we'd slowly move into your live stuff and to kind of officially release, I guess, the single from the album right here on XRP Radio, even though it's been released for ages. But we can just pretend to let's just releasing the track live on radio, blah blah blah. Passing Glance why out of all of the songs on your album did you choose Passing Glance as the single, the one that you're putting in front of all the others?
Okay. There's a couple of reasons why. The first one we made. So there's a studio close to where we reside in Atlanta, Georgia. It's called Wonder Dog Sounds, and so we had some pre-written songs, and we went in there to do like live takes of these. Well, Andy kind of co-wrote that song with me. I did the verses, he did the chorus, but there was a different line that the rest of us were just hung up on so bad that because we felt like it had single potential, because it showcased the hip hop side of us, the melody, that Andy can bring to this, and his songwriting abilities, and also, just to show that we can be diverse, so to speak. But there was a certain line in it that just, if he would have put it in there, there's no way it could have been a single.
Okay.
And so we convinced him, kind of in the 11th hour to kind of work on it, and he worked on it for a night. He came back in the morning. He's like, "All right, I got it." So he didn't want to tell us what it was until he got in there and did it, and he did it, and we were like, "All right, perfect. That'll be just fine." But also, it didn't start as one song. I wrote the two verses for a song that I was working on for a mixtape that I was doing solo. But Andy heard them, and he was like, "Man, I got just a thing for this. I got just a thing for this." And so we combined them together, and then that's how it became Passing Glance.
Okay. Just before we play this, because there's a couple of questions I want to ask you just before we play it, i.e., how was Wonder Dog Sounds in all this experience? But before that, there's a very important question that I've omitted. I should have asked you a lot earlier, because it's that integral and important to any interview on XRP Radio, and it lets us learn what kind of people you are. It's very important. This is. So we'll go with I'm going to throw it at David first, because he's going to be a presenter on XRP Radio, and his future career here kind of depends on his answer to this question, especially regarding color. But what socks are you currently wearing, Dave?
Well, I'm normally a gold toe kind of guy.
A gold toe?
Yeah, it's a brand of sock.
Okay. This excites me, but what color are they?
Well, they come in black and in white, and they typically have gold toe caps. Ooh. And they're like short socks with a heel.
Ooh, but okay. This is testy now, because you said white. Do you wear the white socks?
I wear the white socks.
He's a white sock guy, everybody. We're in trouble.
Yeah, and I'll wear white socks with black shoes. I don't give a fuck.
He's rolling. Oh dear, he's rolling the white socks on black shoes. Can we forgive him? Oh, right. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to have an XRP team meeting coming very soon to debate this situation, because.
Dave.
Oh dear. Well, let's see if Zach can redeem elements of style by telling us how awesome the socks that he's wearing are.
Okay. I will say this. I own a couple of pair of white socks. However, hang on. I wear those when I'm doing some yard work, gardening, whatever. I have these white old. Everybody's got those pair of shoes. I don't know if it's true over there, but when we cut our grass, we've got this ratty pair of sneakers and these hideous socks that we put on when we go out there, because it's hot, and down here in the South, mowing your lawn, it's probably 90 degrees, and you're just trying to stay as cool as possible. Right now, I've got on some Nike black ankle socks right now.
Oh, at least there is some elements of style to your sock wearing. You'll see what I did there.
That's just, I saw it.
This I'm sorry though, I've got to hastenly. This is just something that in the important questions here about socks, and you've brought the attention to the shoes as well, and especially the ratty pair of shoes that you use for gardening. And I have to say, I used to a million years ago when I did things like gardening, have the same things. But is it true? Because I've just noticed a trend. Why, when cutting grass that is green and stains things green, is that pair of ratty socks and ratty shoes always white?
Oh, we clean them.
That's the rule.
Yeah.
That's the so we clean them. So purposely, when we're doing something that's going to create the nastiness on the shoes, we're going to wear shoes and socks that are definitely going to look worse for the job.
Well, I will say this. The socks I'm trying to use to a point where I can no longer support those. That's why I only have a couple of pairs left of those.
Okay.
But with the shoes, I want those to last forever, because they're my I don't care shoes. I go kick, I go kick a pile of crap with them. It doesn't matter. But David wants to add to that too.
As lacking in style as I am, even I would not cut grass in black socks.
But
it's too hot down here, man. It's too hot. I'm telling you.
Oh, I see.
It's a U.S.
Hot.
thing. It's a dad look. Like, you have to do it. Everybody's dad in the U.S. wears white shoes and white socks, usually white New Balances, to cut their grass.
She's right.
This seems wrong, terribly, terribly wrong to me. But if it's a thing, I might just let people off. I'm going to have a little bit of an internal conversation with myself to see if I can come to terms with this situation. But
take a deep breath. Meditate on it for a minute. It'll come to you. You'll be fine.
Hopefully. White New Balances covered in grass stains. The dad look. I love it. Oh, I love it. Right, let's get on to something incredibly less or more serious, depending on your outlook on life. This version of Passing Glance comes from your Wonder Dog Sound studio sessions, live from Wonder Dog Sound. Tell us a little bit about Wonder Dog Sounds. May as well give them a plug whilst you're at it.
Absolutely. Wonder Dog Sounds, it's in Marietta, Georgia, which is about, depending on traffic, 15, 20 minutes west of the city.
Okay.
Kind of tucked away in its own little oasis. The guy, Mark Michelson, runs the studio. He's a great guy. He's been in the business, worked with a lot of some of the names escape me, but he's worked with a lot of people back in the business in the 70s. So he's got a lot of stories and got a lot of nice equipment. As soon as we stepped in there, man, we knew, and it's kind of homey atmosphere. We felt comfortable, and it was a great experience, man, to do a lot of these live, just with some of the greatest, equipment, and he's got some really good production guys on his team. So it was a really fun, great experience, and we had it documented as well. So just something I'll never forget. Let's put it that way.
Sounds excellent, and the results, I have to say, are absolutely exquisite for a live studio album. Very well put together.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Very kind of you to say that.
Not a problem. On that note, because we're running out of time, and I, as always, have a rather large stock full of new music to start shoving down people's ear holes, I'm going to have to say goodbye to you, lads.
Well, thanks for having us on again, man. We appreciate so much, and we appreciate you introducing us to not only the UK, but folks listening around the world, and we couldn't be more appreciative. Thank you.
It's been great to have you on, and any further releases, I insist you bring to my ear holes, and we'll do the same kind of thing. But
Thank
for
you
now,
very much.
but for now, if can we have a united? Let's see if we can time this well. We are Elements of Style, and this is Passing Glance.
We are Elements of Style, and this is Passing Glance.
They did it perfectly. Yes, yes. Here we go.
Man, it happened so fast. It was a goddamn whirlwind romance, just a passing glance. 'Cause when they kissed, she just dismissed it at last. Man, it happened so fast. It was a goddamn whirlwind romance, just a passing glance. 'Cause when they kissed, she just dismissed it at last. Cause when they kissed, she just dismissed it at last.
Yo, don't worry, you can stay tonight. Even though I'm heading out, I gotta catch a flight. I had a great time chilling out by candlelight. You've been through a couple things, but you keep it tight. I never thought you'd open up in multiple ways. I'm talking legs spread, have my mind in a daze. But let these haters tell it, they say our love will fade. Our relationship, just like the trap, it always paid. I think about you all the time when I'm on the road. Stay true to you, baby, never groupie hoes. Going crazy when we hit the stage, they throwing clothes. But no matter what happens, I'm always coming home. We got true love, I never thought I'd find it. Grew together thanks to all of the time spent. If they doubt our love, they full of shit. But never mind that, baby, it's irrelevant.
Man, it happened so fast. It was a goddamn whirlwind romance, just a passing glance. 'Cause when they kissed, she just dismissed it at last. Man, it happened so fast. It was a goddamn whirlwind romance, just a passing glance. 'Cause when they kissed, she just dismissed it at last. When they kissed, she just dismissed it at last.
Baby, please stay a little longer. Ain't no need to rush or roll over and put it on you. Fill the room with sex and marijuana. Only smoke the best, I got a set from California. Girl, I promise you my number one. It's the things that you do. I keep you close like my gun. I stick around you, baby. You my honey bun. I never hit it and quit it. I'm about the long run. So fuck what your friends say. Pay them no attention. I got breakfast in bed, girl, I forgot to mention. I need you in my life like a prescription. I go for your love, it's my only mission. I hope you know that this ain't pillow talk. Just for your touch, I take the long walk. Your love's like the ocean, and I'm at the dock. I'm about to set sail, baby, raise the anchor line.
Man, it happened so fast. It was a goddamn whirlwind romance, just a passing glance. 'Cause when they kissed, she just dismissed it at last.
She thinks he's just another lover that doesn't really love her, that's leaving her to wonder if he's leaving once he fucks her. So when he says he wants her, she's reminded of another. She reads between the lines, his pillow talk is undercover. He must be just like all the others, his intention is to plunder. She's come to expect this condescension from above her. In her condition, it's no wonder that his warmth just makes her shudder. So she's boarded up and shuddered with every other line he utters. When it rains, it thunders, so she hides under the covers. She sleeps away the day, but at night finds lines to drug her. Meanwhile, he is asunder to assumptions that she's under. She won't believe it, but he means it when he's screaming that he loves her.
Man, it happened so fast. It was a goddamn whirlwind romance, just a passing glance. 'Cause when they kissed, she just dismissed it at last. Cause when they kissed, she just dismissed it at last. fast. It was a goddamn whirlwind romance, just a passing glance. 'Cause when they kissed, she just dismissed it at last.
It is always good to have guests here on XRP Radio and Elements of Style. Excellent ones to be sure. We've got a good group of people in our chat box, and I'm going to start hammering through brand new submissions and playing music from those that are here. We've got Gene Cabby and the Secret Admirer Society. Boom Smack is here. We're going to play some Candy Apple Black and possibly some more Elements of Style because I'm in that kind of mood. I've already had lots of it, I know, but why not chuck some more on?